Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not. I'm not shy about that. Everybody got to do what they got to do. I feel like I should turn, maybe. Maybe I should turn. Let me see. Oh, we recording. I just want more light. What's up, folks?
Over there adjusting himself.
Yeah, welcome. Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Melanated Madness Show. It's been 2 weeks, right? We didn't record last week, right?
No, because I had the track banquet.
That's right. Your little long-legged runners, your little long-legged superstars.
Yeah.
Why you don't sound pleased?
Because they ain't got no long legs. They short like they mom.
That might work out in track. They made the banquet. We got trophies.
I don't even want to get started on how ghetto that banquet was. I don't know if did y'all play sports growing up? Y'all played sports?
Yeah. I just
so y'all know how a banquet is supposed, like a sports banquet. Y'all know how it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nice, fly, elegant.
Right, nice little meal. You know what I'm saying? Right, nice little trophies for the kids, make them feel important. You know?
Yeah, give out awards and whatnot.
First of all, the meal was the large, you know, those public subs like the ring, and then you cut it up. Bags of chips.
Yeah, finger foods. You know, you gotta COVID protocols.
And there were no trophies. There were just paper awards, like certificates.
That's cheap.
Yeah. And apparently the coach and one of the moms came out of pocket and paid for it because it was not in the school's budget.
Oh, this was for the school?
Yeah, they ran track for their school.
I thought it was like a club team.
And they did well. It's not like they was in last place in the district or anything. Like they were number 4 in the district.
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm assuming Atlanta got a big ass district.
They were I think their school came like it was like a couple of seconds. And they would have had second place.
Oh shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Right. And they had public subs for them kids.
They could have at least had the baby shower meal.
Where the meatballs at?
Yeah. That's cold. Where Hattie go?
I don't know. Hattie, where you at?
You turned your video off because you was eating?
Nah.
You ain't got a man over there, do you? Over there acting all funny.
No, somebody was calling me and then they texted me.
No. All right, so look, we've been meaning to get to this topic of discussion for like the last 4 weeks now, which is a month. So Hattie, do you want to refresh the viewers on your question and
where it came from?
Was it a question? Yeah. Like, get a backstory because you just,
No, let's see if I can remember. I think I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she kind of brought up a point that older, wealthy guys are not looking for women their age. They're looking for younger women. So my question was, is that true? Is it true that, men our age are looking for younger women? Like they, is that a thing? They just said to hell with us.
What age we talking about?
Well, I'm in my 30s.
We all in our 30s.
Yeah, girl.
So that's the age I'm talking about.
You talking about men in their 30s? Nah, we got to raise that a little bit.
Yeah, like men in their 30s and 40s.
We got to say like 40s because 30s is like 31 ain't like, you know what I mean? Ain't that bad.
I mean, if they're in their 30s, how young you want them? Goddamn, anything young in their 30s is on the playground.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, how young do you want them? Like, if you in your 30s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not much of a big gap as far as age goes between what's available to you.
Well, I'm saying if you like, let's say you like 30 or 31, and you want
right,
and you date like
so if you dating a girl that's 21, that's only a 10-year age gap. You feel what I'm saying? That's not that deep.
Yeah.
As opposed to like a 20-year age gap.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying we got to raise because that's not a big enough gap to like consider that person that much younger than you at 30. You know what I mean?
Right. Agreed.
Okay, well then.
And it ain't a lot of 30 wealthy people in their 30s. People don't be wealthy until like 40s and 50s. Unless
I would say they're more settled with their money. Like they know what to do with it by now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the seasoned gentlemen, the more extinguished guys.
Right.
Or distinguished, not extinguished. That's a different word. Okay, Shantae, I'm gonna let you answer this first. Because when Hattie first,
because when she bullshit. I mean.
So why do you feel like it's bullshit?
If I could only go off of my own personal experience,
which is always
right.
Always great. It's always great to hear your experiences. So,
in my experience, I don't have no trouble pulling men my own age, older than me, younger than me. None of that comes into play for me. I've never come across a man who said, "You're not really the age I like, so I'm not gonna date you." Like I've never come across that. So I don't know.
I'm gonna sound really R. Kelly's right now, but when we say young, how old we talking?
All right, so the youngest guy I ever dated was 10 years younger than me. The oldest guy I ever dated was 15 years older than me.
And how'd that go?
Did you see his face?
I mean, we kind of knew what it was. He knew what it was. I knew what it was. So it was never going to be long term. It was never going to be. It was an experience. We were just two human beings having an experience.
Was it like a good experience? Could he like keep it up? Was it just an old
Sexually,
dude?
he was pretty decent. He was pretty decent. He was good. I mean, he ain't at the top of my list, but neither is the young nigga. So
the toxic nigga is at the top of your list.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, not yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, he was toxic and he was my own damn age.
Yeah, toxic sex is usually the best.
Yeah.
It's the only time y'all not being toxic. Don't get that's
no. It was toxic. It was toxic during too.
Cause you from Brooklyn.
Why gotta be on me?
Because I heard that Biggie Smalls interlude when I was a kid, and he was from Brooklyn. So I assume all girls from Brooklyn talk like that. And you know what interlude I'm talking about. Well, back then they called them skits. You know what skit I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to answer this. I have dated someone 10 years younger than me. I haven't dated anybody that much older than me. I fucked on somebody like 20 years older than me. That was fun.
No, it was
I need
fun.
to No, that was fun. That's how I was. What, 21, 22 at the time. I was young, so she was in her 40s, and
Well,
that's
she
how I
was
learned.
teaching you something.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's how I learned mostly everything I know about like the women anatomy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was learning me something. Um, all right, so I'm gonna attempt to answer this because me personally, I feel like when I come into money, I'm not gonna want to be dealing with nobody. Speaking from my experience and dating someone younger, I was tired. Okay, she wanted to go out every night. Wanted
Turn
to
up,
spend
turn
unnecessary. Yeah, wanted to spend my money unnecessarily. Uh, everything was social media based. Like it was exhausting. I ain't gonna lie, it was tired. What what saved me is because I found out I was having a kid because I got my child's mother pregnant before I met this woman.
Mm.
So that saved me from that. It was a crazy time and period. But hindsight, I was tired. I was out of breath every day. Sex was great though. Sex was great. Energy was great. The gym was great. We went to the gym together and all that stuff because y'all know I'd be working out. But other than that, it was just everything was somebody would look at me wrong or look at me right, I guess. It was a lot. It was a lot going on. But
It was a
yeah,
little toxic.
yeah, like, but it was like not like she was like screaming at me or like cussing me out. We was like arguing in public. It was just like she was young, immature. It's exhausting to deal with somebody immature. So me personally, I like older women, my age or older, because I ain't got to put up with no bullshit.
We ain't
And I
got
feel like
time to give you no bullshit.
that's exactly like, and older women, they be knowing what they want. They offer to take you on dates. I like being pampered too. Um, I'm a home. I can be a homebody when I'm not like working and stuff. I am a social butterfly, but I do like to be home. So they ain't never gonna argue with me about being home. So I'm okay with that. Now I feel like older men, date or look to date younger women because to feed their ego for some reason. Because a lot of men get off on being needed, and typically speaking, young women are more willing to act. Maybe they don't, but they're willing to act like they need an older man. Like if he's paying all the bills and taking her on trips and buying her all these expensive things, and she's bragging on her women. It's usually like a money thing, like a money thing that feeds the ego. Just from what I see, like if I'm looking at like let's look at all the millionaires and tech billionaires. And we got you just mentioned Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It's like they like that stuff. Like they like.
That's different. Diddy different.
Well, we know that, but not he did.
Wait, you would argue over Diddy?
I'm not arguing over Diddy. I would absolutely not argue over Diddy when I know I'm a beard.
You know
Diddy don't
what?
like women for real. Diddy like men. So this whole arguing over Diddy business is hilarious.
That's not where I was going. But what I'm saying is they go for because they keep them youthful. Like when men get older, they start to feel like even though for men, like as we get older, we can become more attractive. Or we can be. What you said?
Method Man.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because the confidence grows as a man or whatever. Like, women, to me, they get more attractive as they can be older. But, a lot of things, women have a lot of subconscious insecurities when they, have kids or when they might not look the same or when they can't, like, lose the weight, like, the same. Like, men, we embrace a lot of stuff early. So when we get older, it's like we embrace that too. But a lot of men don't. I feel like a lot of men who are insecure look to date younger women to make them feel secure because older women will do shit like call you out on your shit. and they'll tell you quick, like, I don't need your money, I don't need this, I don't need that. They have options. They're harder to control, like mentally. You know what I mean? You can't like quote unquote mold them because they be knowing what they want most of the time.
What's the number one thing men always saying? That they won't submit.
So I mean that'd be like a thing. You know what I mean? Women do submit. Don't do that. I also think people got that word misconstrued too. Because submit just means that you allow a man to lead. Like it don't mean like some men use it in the context of like do everything I say, and that's not what it means. And then some women use it as like do everything a man say, and that's not what it means. All submit mean in a general sense of a relationship is allowing your man to lead y'all life or family or whatever the case may be. Older women do that. But you do that. Don't do that because you do that.
I don't.
That's why your ass wear that damn chain.
Mm-hmm.
So
over.
If I didn't want to wear it, it would not be worn. My version of submitting, this is how I submit. I submit by convincing him that everything is his idea.
Well, you wanted the same chain?
It was better than me getting a tattoo above my eye like he did. That was the alternative.
That was your compromise.
Yes, sure was.
Okay.
Well, yeah, as a man, that's all we want. All we want is to let us feel like we the man. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I do. I let him think he's in charge.
Yeah. Because, you know.
But I don't submit to him because he don't be having the greatest ideas sometimes.
No, what you're doing is a form of, it is a form of submitting because you're giving into, you know, you're helping his ego. Like you're stroking his ego a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stroke the fuck out the ego.
Yeah, that's a form of submitting. I ain't saying like if this man running you like into a brick wall, you just follow him blindly. Although, I mean, some people do that.
No, it's just I gently push him in the direction that I want him to go, and then I let him think it's his idea.
But I feel like that's all strong women in healthy relationships.
Well, I don't know. I ain't never seen no healthy relationship.
Well, look. Well, I'm gonna say this.
I ain't never seen one, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think I'm pretty good at leading our relationship, but there are times where I know she's feeding the ego, and I run with it. I go with it. You know what I mean? I don't fight it. I don't be like, "Oh, you just feeding my ego now." It's like, okay, this is what she's doing in this moment. I get it. It's cool. I feel like that because like,
it's cool.
Yeah, like I know
she's manipulating me. I know it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not worth the argument. But 80, like I would say in our relationship, like I would say 70% of the time, like I do a good job of leading us in the right direction. So she lets me do that. But then that's that 30% where it's like, nah, you don't really know about this. I'm gonna let you act like you know about this. But I'll back off quick though. I'm different. So I'll be like, I don't know shit about this. Can you do this?
He does do that too though. He's very comfortable with doing that. He'd be like, babe, I'll let you handle it because I don't know shit about that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, quick, yeah, I know. But I have to a lot of the times I have to be realistic with my expectations of him because he's been in prison most of his life. So that's how he knows how to operate. If it comes to some street shit, I'm like, you take over, you got it. But when it comes to handling a household, handling bills, handling money, you don't know what you're doing, baby.
Yeah, I let Nicole handle all that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like I let her handle the bills, the budget. Because honestly, I don't got time for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
This shit is tedious. I'm not.
That he felt like he's like, that's too much. You had to do what? No, that's too much work.
No, I don't have the patience for that shit. So like, long as the money is in there, and there'll be like, this is how we work. So it'll be times where it's like, hey, like we need an extra $200 to make make this happen. If we want to do this. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll be right back. And I'll go out, DJ, set up some sound, do something to make $300. I want to put $100 in my pocket. And then give her the $20. Like, here, put this to what we needed to go to. That kind of stuff.
Right.
But when it comes to different things, like, for instance, like our rental property, business moves we want to make, all that kind of stuff, since I'm the entrepreneur, you know, I kind of do that. And then she handles everything else. So, like, if I tell her, like, hey, I need you to take care of this bill for this because it goes to this type of thing, then she'll do that. But I don't be having no time for that. I don't know what bill is due. I only know one bill that's due, and that's the Wi-Fi. And that's because I need it a lot for work. So I know every 23rd, in my car note. I know my car note is in my car note. But other than that, if she don't come tell me the money ain't there, then I know we all right. And she'll tell me when we ain't got no money.
Period.
But back to our point, like, I think older men, like, they feed off that. They feed off of the wanting, you know, being wanted and all that stuff. So, like, a lot of women, especially older, have a problem letting the man know that they're wanted. Who's playing that? Tony Terry, remember?
Well, I feel like with men though, it may not be an age thing. It may just be like they also like okay, I give you a perfect example. A friend of mine, really good friends for a long time, since my freshman year of high school, really good friends. I feel like he has like an addiction to women who need assistance. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
he needs to feel needed.
Yeah, there was a point in time where I used to like literally call on him for everything. And then when I started like being able to stand on my own 2 feet and things started to, you know, look up in my favor, and I got myself planted on solid ground, I kind of looked back and was like, I needed to back away from that friendship for a little bit because it was more transactional. At that point, I felt like, and it felt like you're not really a friend to me unless I'm in need, which is great to have a friend in need because that's what we all want. Everybody has a friend in need, but I don't want you to always look at me as the friend in need. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And now maybe because I'm older, I feel that way. Maybe I didn't feel that way when we were in our 20s, but even now, like with the type of women that I see him go after, I'm just like, she got so much going on. Like, why she got so much chaos? Like,
but some people think they need that though. Like they need to feel needed, and if they don't, then they feel worthless in the relationship, whatever the relationship is. I feel like a lot of older, also a lot of older men, like the young, like if you're older and wealthy, I know I've talked to wealthy men, 50, 60, who
it's them ducking down like we not gonna see them.
Yeah, they fine. They have told me in conversation, like, I don't have time for no emotions and telling me what you want me to do and what I don't do, what you expect of me and all that. No, young girls don't care. Hey, come with me on this trip. I need you just for this weekend or just for this week, or I need you to do this. And they're not going to complain about sex. And they're not like, it's less energy they have to put into it. Also, I know a lot of men who feel that way. A lot of men with money who feel that way.
These young hoes be messing it up for the rest of us. I just wanted that to be clear.
And that's true. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my brightness up. Okay. All right, here we go.
The young hoes is messing it up for everybody.
That is true, because I'm a firm believer that if Tiger Woods would have messed with, don't care with the race, but if he would have messed with an older woman, man, wife would have never found out.
Up.
Yeah, kept collecting them checks. That's why I like older women.
Not only that, but the purpose of a sugar daddy, you was never supposed to be giving them no sugar. You never was supposed to be giving the sugar daddy any sugar. The
Well,
purpose
see,
was he an old man, he got bread, he gonna break it because you pretty. You spend a little time with him, you stroke his ego a little bit, y'all might go out, you know, he like to go out to eat, whatever, take you out a little bit and spend bread on you. You was never supposed to be giving that man the sugar.
well, see what happened was two things happened. One, the sugar daddy started knowing their worth, and two, the sugar daddies ain't looking like the fat Italian mobsters from back in the day. A lot of sugar daddies in the gym right next to me with the salt and pepper, and they holding their own out here.
Do not sleep. Sugar daddy's been looking like that. That's
Well, I don't know.
not
I
new.
don't have no sugar daddy.
I did.
But I'm saying with the rise of social media and all that, they got followers now. They got women after them.
They got
you know?
clout.
Clout. They got clout. Like that's the thing. Like being a sugar, like back then, having a sugar daddy, like that's something you wanted to keep on the low. Because people would maybe judge you for it as a woman.
Not no more.
Not no more. And people as a sugar daddy, you wouldn't want nobody knowing about that either. But now, motherfuckers don't care. These old men are calling themselves DMs. Diddy. Maybe he's a sugar daddy to a little boy. I don't know. All I know is this. He is sugar daddy vibes. Jeff Bezos, sugar daddy vibes. Like they got clout now. You know what I mean? I personally don't think I could do that. That's just me though. And I'm also not 50. But because if I was single, I'd be out here milf hunting. That's just me. Because in my experience, older women don't be asking where you at. They ask if you ate, even if y'all not together. See, the older woman I had when I was in college, she was feeding me, fucking me, funding me.
It's a method to her madness because listen, an older woman, a woman in her 30s and up, we know that the loving is better on a full stomach, baby. You gotta eat. We gotta feed you.
Yeah. Well, I had to
Young
take a
hoes
nap
don't
first,
know
so she was
that.
cooking for me. And what she and the ladies, when we met, I met at a cookout, one of my aunt's cookouts. And she said, you know how older women make them jokes like, well, if you was 10, 20 years older, or if I was 20 years old, right?
Uh-huh.
So my slick ass was just like, what that got to do with anything? Like, we here now. And then, yeah, she pulled me to the side and was like, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you my number. You ain't going to tell nobody, okay? I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to feed you. All right, put a little money in your pocket. I don't care about none of that other stuff. I don't care who you date. All I ask is that you keep it safe. Keep it clean. If you have a baby, let me know. And then she was like, make sure you get tested every 6 months. So I was doing that. She actually is the one who got me into like being tested. And then that's what she did. She didn't ask me no questions when it was, and I understood that because I was raised by older men. So like when she would call, I need you to come through. Say no more. And I mean, she married now, happy and stuff. That's how I learned that. But I credit that to me being so good with women. Because she was the one taught me like, ain't no ego in sex. You can't, I'm gonna show you some, because you know, I wasn't pleasing her at first, how she liked to be pleased. And I was like, yeah, but other girls like this. And she was like, well, I'm not other women. Like every woman is different. That's when she broke that down to me. It's like, you need to communicate with a woman and see what she likes and see what she don't like. Everybody is different. I like it this way. How do you like it? And then she taught me how to communicate about sex, all that. And then once she got married, I was a terrorist out in these streets. Wee! That's why I didn't have a child till I was 30. I was running through them because I already knew the game. That's why, like, yeah, she put me on. Like, she practically like almost like raised me sexually. And it was great. It was a good time. Wasn't no, she was beautiful. Wasn't no Miss Gladys. No, this was Rich.
Gladys.
Nah,
this was
she
Rich.
was on Friday. What's her name?
Miss Parker. This was Rich Auntie
Miss
vibe.
Parker. You know, my son's friend called me Miss Parker. I said, me?
You better leave that little boy alone.
It was a little girl. It was a
That's
little
cute
girl.
too.
And
The way these girls
absolutely
going these days.
they in the 8th grade. They told me I'm not allowed at their pool party this weekend because I guess most of their friends is coming because they know
You
I'll
might
be
leave?
there. So they feel
Yes.
some type of way. They don't want
It's,
their friends to see me and the babies.
I think about that all the time. My daughter. Like, am I gonna be the father that goes to school and she's gonna be like, Dad, you can't come in anymore?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dad, don't wear gray sweatpants to my school, Dad.
I'm looking forward to it, actually.
It's nice over here. It's nice.
No, I am. I'm looking forward to embarrassing her.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. That's something I'm very much looking forward to.
Aaliyah's not embarrassed, but the boys, they're like, come on, Mom. I'm like, I didn't even do nothing. I just said hello to the children.
That's how it always seems to work with boys, though, and their moms. And then girls with their dads. Because my dad is an attractive guy. So when he used to come to my games, the girls used to always be like, oh my God, is that your dad? I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I have friends who would be on my dad. All 3 of them. Ooh, your daddy's is fine.
Yeah, I just made sure that he didn't mess with them because they were kids. All right. And that was our show. It's been a great one.
We finally talked about it.
Yeah, we did. I feel like there was something else, another topic we had to talk about. We can talk about it next week. Yeah, I think Shantae brought it.
It was me? What I said?
I forgot. I'm gonna think about it. That's been another episode because we under a minute now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hattie,
well, thanks for answering my question, I guess.
Shout out to all the MILFs and all the sugar daddies, sugar mamas, sugar daddies, sugar babies.
Be safe. Be safe out there. Be safe out there.
MILF gang.
Oh my God. We should name this episode Sugar Daddies, Sugar Mamas, Sugar Babies.
Yeah.
Or Pass the Sugar or something.
Pass the sugar.
The sugar.
Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Until next time.